baby. We've got an epic one in store today. What is up, guys? My name is Powerbang, and welcome back to another PUBG mobile video. This one, as you'll notice, well, it's not live, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of voiceover action. We are diving into Pecado, and guess what? Yesterday, I forgot to leave some important information about the 600,000 subscriber giveaway. That's a brand new Razer phone. I need a way to reach out to the winner, and I didn't include that in yesterday's giveaway little notice, so I'm going to do today's video's comments. Make sure you guys are tuned in, leave a positive comment, but leave your Twitter handle so I can actually reach out to you. Otherwise, your comments will be buried so far that I will not be able to find them on YouTube. So follow me on Twitter at Powerbang Gaming, link in the description below. And yeah, we'll be doing the 600 giveaway tomorrow. So that being said, here we are in the arena. We are going to be watching this gameplay and reacting to it. We dropped into Pecado, and there's a late entry. Get wrecked with that sawed-off, baby. And where's his teammate? We know he's here. What can you do, man? What can you do? We're going to wreck him with the SKS. One bullet to spare, and there's the M416. We find all of that ammunition as well as that M16A4. So things are looking up right now. We've secured the first 2 kills of the map. Powerbang with 98 alive has 2 kills to his name. So we are looking pretty solid here. So we're going to continue to loot up the rest of the arena. If memory recalls here, grenade's about to go off. Yeah, that would be the one. So, lets me know that, yo, hey, there's some guys here in Pecado, so we know we're not alone. And I'm just going to kind of loot up and peek out the window to see what I can see. And there's going to be some shotgun blasts and the whole works going off over by the casino. So I'm hearing that. I'm trying to see if I can get a shot. Yeah, not really much I can do there. So I'm just going to continue to loot up. I'll hop over and vault down to that center boxing ring. It literally looks like a boxing ring. Pretty sweet. So lots of 416 here. Look at the loot now. We're rocking 240. Holy crap, there's some action going over there, and I'm missing out on it. I feel like I need to get over there in a hurry. So I'm going to loot up this room here, make sure I grab everything that I can, and we're just going to go hunt these dudes down, because as far as I'm concerned, I've got a helmet. I don't have a vest, but I'm just hoping to kind of get over there as soon as possible and collect as many kills as I can. I see Uncle Teeb going off in the kill feed, man. He's dropped a few people, and my goal is to hunt this dude down and end him. So I take a peek here, making sure I'm looking out for footsteps. There he is. He gets another knock there on Silver 2 Fang. He comes out to kill me, but Uncle Teeb is going down. Sorry, dude. But look at all these boxes, man. There's boxes everywhere. So I close the door, and 4 crates here to take a little bit of loot from. So nothing like super good here, but we do get some boosts. We do get some first aid, and we are able to grab that pan. SLR rifle is on this guy. I should have picked that up. I'm just now seeing this, watching the replay. I would have taken the SLR over the SKS for certain. But again, I was kind of holding out at this point for a Car 98. Hey, there's another guy. We'll kill that dude, finish him off, and we are up to 4 kills already with 88 still alive. And we are at this point thinking, this could be a high gameplay here, high kill gameplay. So, fast forwarding a little bit in time. We got a guy shooting at me. We're going to take him out. We heard some gunshots. I was up in the 5-story just prior to this, and I heard some gunshots behind me back in the city. There was this guy, and there was one more dude, probably somewhere in the arena/apartments range. So what I'm going to do is loot this guy, and then we are going straight over to that arena to see if we can find those dudes. And at this point, I'm looking for scopes. Every single place I've found is literally no scopes. No scopes, not the good kind of no scopes either. The kind where you have a red dot or a holographic and that is all. So again, we're kind of pushing over to that arena, keeping our head on a swivel here. There's a guy in the area, so I'm just trying to figure out where this guy is. I hear a vehicle. We're chasing him. There he is. Oh no, no shot available, so I have to hold on to the freaking shot and chase this guy down. Unfortunately, he sounds like he's gone. And so I'm going to chase it just on good faith. Like, please, do something stupid. Stop to loot. Do something. So I pull out my weapon, ready to fire. And a buggy is there. So I instantly engage to try to get them to stop. And I hit the guy in the face in the truck, and he tries to leave, and we knock him out of the vehicle. So I'm like, oh, I got these guys now. This is a duo. They've got 2 different vehicles. He hops out. Again, I'm literally just trying to blow up vehicles here, but I am, you know, once he decides to get out, I'm able to get a shot on him here. We lob a grenade over the top to put a little pressure on him and also distract from my footsteps in the sand as I run around the flank here. Good nade. I'm really not sure where it blew up at, but we got the flank. They just got the revive done. Headshot. He's taken down, and we pop the guy. Beer XXXXXXXX, and that is that. And finally, our scopes. We find our scopes. We got a 4 times 3 on there, so that's huge. We find level 3 helmet. We find a Graza on this guy, but choose not to use it. We're gonna stick with the M4, kind of deciding, you know what, we got all this ammunition, a little bit light on that 7.62. Now we're looking pretty good, and that kind of wraps up our engagements here on Pecado. So the best news, though, was that we got those scopes that we were looking for. We were able to hunt this guy down, and yeah, that's that. So we're gonna hop in this vehicle and get on to the next location, but the funny thing is when we get in to drive it, well, I blew up his tire, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we're gonna run through and go back to the other side of the city, and we do know that there are some vehicles there, and we'll have to take those out to head off to the other part of the map. The zone is southern here. We know that we're gonna have to go down south, and it does look like there's about half the server cleared out at this point. I've got 7 kills, so it started out like super fast on kills, slowed down a little bit, but we still have a chance for a pretty high kill gameplay here, going solo versus duos. My man DumpinOnEm was supposed to be playing duos with me, but he had like a torrential downpour with rain and all kinds of stuff, and his internet went out. So he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man, I can't play. I don't have data on my iPad." And I'm like, "Rip. Well, I guess it's just me." So that's kind of where we're at right now. So pushing our way over, we now have 4x on both of our weapons, which isn't really super ideal. But at the same time, we are happy with 4x's versus red dots on those, that's for sure. So there's the truck. Time to get out of here and head to the zone. There it is off to the west. You can see we're going to have a little bit of traveling to do. And my goal is to kind of mark that mountaintop over there just north of Monte Nuevo. Lots of engagements over there I've been in, and I feel really comfortable in the hills and in that mountain range. So we're going to drive over there and see what's up in store for us. Man, what a crazy game this was to start, for sure. Chasing down those kills in that vehicle definitely felt good. And one thing I noticed too coming in on this particular plane ride was it wasn't like a bot-filled lobby, it was like actual people, which I was super stoked about. So here is the mountaintop. I've marked it. Of course, I look at the map for 1 second, and wouldn't you know it, I hit the only rock in the field. Do you guys do that too when you're driving? Just like, you know, you check the map for 1 moment and then complete flat ground and that one rock, you nail it. Unfortunately, that's what I did. So we're kind of trying to get to the top of this hill here, and I want to get over to the center of the mountain where that little pass comes through and clear that area. So I'm definitely head checking a lot, trying to look around, make sure that there's nobody that's just going to rain bullets down on my parade. Un pinche marine, what's up, dude? I'll see you later in the game. I can promise you that. So we get over here. There's this little ridge, and I'm gonna stop here right before this, you know, this crate and this open field. And I really kind of want to look around and make sure that there's nobody, like there's no duos over there just camping the hills waiting for me to come in. So you're gonna see me kind of look in, scope around a little bit, at least kind of like do a little assessment of the area. Gather our bearings here, and then after we feel pretty good about it, now we'll take the truck and head into the zone where it's a little bit less of a commitment. Notice my boost, though. I've got like 6 painkillers, 7 energy drinks, an adrenaline syringe, and I'm just like, that's so much boost that there's no possible way to use it all. So I decided to fully boost up right now using the adrenaline syringe before I even get to the zone, because I've got enough boost to last the rest of the game easily. So here it is. We are headed in, thinking that maybe we may make a play for the crate that came down, but likely it's too far out. We don't know yet, though, because we don't have eyes on it. There it is, pretty far out there, and I don't want to make a play for that, as I will get on the scene late, and it's kind of exposed in the middle of all those buildings. Un pinche marine doing work still. I promise I'll see you later on in the episode. We are cruising up right here. This looks like a great place to park, so we will do that kind of out of sight of anybody that might be looking up here. And then we're gonna go check this middle mountain pass and look off the far side, because I'm trying to get my bearings on where everybody is, because the circle's not that big. And, well, I mean, it is big, but as far as, like, hiding places, I can see forever up here. And And I want to kind of ascertain where my opponents are before positioning myself and before going to engage. So that's why I kind of head up here and start looking around, trying to find my enemies. Looking off in the distance, and there is literally nobody. I zoom in at that dark spot. I thought it might have been a player's head, but no, it was just a bush. Perks of that smooth and ultra extreme FPS mode. It's not the greatest of resolution, so the detail is definitely not there with these graphics. As you can see off in the distance, the stuff's like failing to render N. That's a product of the graphics. And I was just doing a little range check right there on the crate, trying to figure out how long of a shot that is as far as like compensation for my bullet drop. I'll do that on occasion when I'm approaching a target and it's way, way out there, and I just kind of want to know how far it is. So I did a little enemies ahead check by using our team comms there, even though I don't have a teammate here, and it was able to tell me 400 meters out. So again, scanning that field, looking for anybody that's moving across, just trying to, like, you know, see anything to, like, zoom in on stuff. And again, I see a few vehicles down there, that van, that bike. I've got the ability to keep progressing and leave my truck behind, because I know if I keep going down the ridgeline, I will have vehicle options. So I kind of want to wrap around the top right side here, and again, look across to the northwest and north here to clear that, you know, area. We're watching for that new zone coming in, and we realize we're on the edge of the zone. And at this point, I'm like, okay, people are going to have to come to me now to get to the circle, and I'm just going to hold the edge here and hopefully try to, you know, make it difficult on people. So, players are... Oh, hey, there's a guy. We heard some people coming up. We are ready for it, and we are able to quickly take him out. Little clash on the mountainside there. As you can see, though, we are down to less than 20 alive at this point in time. 8 kills to my name at this point, and again, we are just going to top off on the boost before we have to make any moves here. 2 minutes till the zone comes in, but we are on the edge of this zone, and again, people like this guy are going to have to try to get into the circle, and I'm going to be waiting for them. So again, looking off into the distance here, I see absolutely nothing. And look at that, there is another Bronco down there as well, so I know I've got another truck option. And I see a black spot kind of out in the desert, and I'm pretty sure that's going to catch my eye here shortly. It just did just now. So I'm going to look out at that and possibly zoom in here shortly. I see another crate coming down, and at this point I'm like, all right, I need to start rotating a little bit. So I'm going to go down and grab this Bronco and get to getting. Again, I don't see anyone running around right now. So this is a good sign as far as the number of real players. There's that dark spot. Catches my eye. I check the crate again to make sure nobody's coming out to grab anything. And again, just looking off into the distance, trying to find somebody. Give me any information on their bearings. But again, absolutely nothing. So we're going to grab this Bronco, and we are going to head to the next circle. Before we do that, though, we'll top off on energy drink. Make sure we're full on boost before heading in. And so you can see that circle's kind of out in that field where it's like all open, and my goal was to kind of stay up towards the building. But what we're gonna do is stop by this crate, since I've been watching this now for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and no one has approached it and no one has been seen, so I feel like it's pretty safe to approach. I'm gonna grab a new vest, and I'm also gonna top off on my 5.56 rounds here, filling my backpack. But at least now I've got a full level 3 vest, a full level 3 helmet, a full level 3 bag, and at this point in the game, 17 alive, I'm finally level 3'd out, dude, and we are good to go. So here we go, heading across. I decide I'm gonna go take a compound, and there's that awesome driving on Miramar, often sneaking up on you. But here we go, driving to the longhouse down there, and I see a guy out the top left right now, very top of the ridge. You're gonna hear some shots here in just a moment. There they are, and he's firing kind of in my direction, and I knew he was there. I hear him at this point, but my goal was just to not get caught out, and so I head into this this longhouse right now, and the goal was to immediately find this guy and kill him. I wanted to clear behind me so I don't get flanked. Doing a little bit of rearranging of loot and ammunition right now, grabbing a smoke grenade because I hadn't been able to find a lot of those, and at this point I finally gave up on my Car 98 chase, dropped the ammo bag. A little late in the game to be doing that, and then I look up there, and I thought I might have saw a guy there, but as I fire, I realized that's the truck that I parked up there a long time ago. I have no idea where this dude is. So he's up there somewhere. I imagine he probably went through that mountain pass in the center, but a guy up there with a silence, probably an M4, was doing work. And at this point, just kind of looting around, seeing what else I can grab. Yeah, man. Peeking. Really kind of making sure I don't know exactly where he's at, and I didn't want to get blasted, so I was being very cautious here. So nothing on this guy so far. No idea where he's at. Definitely starting to get a little bit paranoid as far as, you know, the people that could be in these compounds around me. But I did want to get a different angle on this guy up on the ridge. But I take a look at the fields, looking for anybody coming across, trying to get to that zone. Again, nothing. And we check the zone, and we are well out of it. So I'm like, oh, man. So I want to go to the far side of it and grab some compounds. So I mark a yellow marker, and I'm just going to go get in the vehicle, get on out of here. We're done. Later. So again, topping off with the boost. Look how many I still have. 7 painkillers still left. So I use one. We're down to only 6 now. 17 alive. So again, really, really fortunate on the loot early in this game, and we're going to head to the circle now. So as we drive in, huge open field to the left. Over there. And I hear shots in front of me. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to sneak up on these guys. And now there's a car 98 to my left as well. So great. I figure these guys are engaged with each other. So I'm just going to basically sneak up while they're fighting. So now you hear the M249. These guys are basically firing back and forth now. I decide to go with the red dot scope because I know it's going to be an intimate encounter here. And as I approach, I hear these guys retreating towards me. So he hits me pretty good. I see his buddy running up from the tree right there, and rather than engage with like a quarter health, I'm like, peace, later. I'm going to back up here to this berm so I can see if he's pushing me, but I'm going to get that first aid going. I've got my boost going, so I'm already good there. And then at this point, I'm just going to kind of top off on my boost one more time. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it. I've got enough boost. I throw the flash grenade, or the stun. It's going to basically blind them and also take away their hearing for a minute, and I'm going to hit the flank. So I can hear him at this point kind of running away. And I know I'm going to have an encounter here. I use the rock to my advantage. And there it is. We get the kill again. That wipes the duo. And now we are down. We've got a lit vest. And it looks like, oh no, right above me. I get the first aid off. I fire, but I'm hitting the ground. So I've got to actually scope in. There it is, King 11 taken out by the headshot. God, comes up right behind me and fires. That was bad timing for sure. So that's kill number 11. We're in the top 10 at this point, guys. Knowing that there was a car 98 over on the other side firing this way, I know that they've got to be rotating just based on what the zone's doing. I run back to see if I can get to my truck to drive in, and I see that blue zone coming in, and it's just like, nope, can't get there in time. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we've got a bail on the truck, and at this point, I am on foot. So this is not ideal at this point at all. So I'm going to actually try to loot these guys once I get into the circle, and I'm looking for a car 98 here. I want to be able to snipe. And what do you know? He's got the car 98. He also has a 3-time scope. He's got an 8-time scope. I blew up his vest. His level 3 is absolutely shredded. So we're going to pick up a med kit here. We've got a sniper suppressor. And we will pick up a med kit and get on our way. So at this point in time, I'm going to hop down here. And we are going to boost up. We're going to get ready to hit the zone. Get all of our inventory squared away. Get rid of anything extra that we don't need. And at this point, we are ready to move on in. And I've got 3 smoke grenades to kind of cover us on the way in. And we look at the map, and again, we've got to go all the way to the zone, which is 300 meters across a wide open field. Not good. So we're going to look over to the right here. My goal is to zoom in with a car 98 and see if there's anybody peeking me. And kind of check this right. That's where I'm most concerned about, because what I want to do is shift my attention to the left here. If anybody shoots at me, I've got those trees for cover. But again, I switch to the M4 as I'm crossing the field because I will need to put down suppressive fire. The car 98's not going to get the job done from that perspective. But I use the terrain here. You see that hill? It kind of cuts off any line of sight to me from that far area of the town. And I'm using the terrain to my advantage right now, where the only thing that I have to focus on is rooftops and the people that are up to my right potentially. But now that I get to this point in time and I've got this tree, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And I'm going to try to smoke off all the way to this walled complex here. We'll start with one smoke, and we're going to use one more. As soon as this thing goes off, I'm going to throw the next one, and here we go. Next smoke is out, and I'm going to use this. I know as soon as I start running, you're going to hear shots. Whew, and I get in. So we're in. We can climb over the wall now, and we are in the zone, 8 alive. But this zone is shrinking rapidly, and we're in town now. So this is like good. We're in buildings. But you know, with 8 alive, that means there's 7 players, not me. So there's at least, you know, not at least, but possibly 3 duos and a solo right now. And I'm just going to third-person look around and try to find them. I'm keeping an eye on the zone, which is rapidly coming in, and I have one more smoke grenade to try to get me across the street. This is the most treacherous part of this journey, is to try to get to that orange building there across the street, and I'm going to use a smoke grenade to get there. So that's kind of the plan, waiting to see if I need to move at all. I'm almost 100% positive that I do, but I'm going to wait to throw the smoke until I'm 100% certain that this zone is going to come in, and I'm going to have to move to the orange building across the street. That's my expectation, though. We boost up, getting ready to throw the smoke, and sure enough, we've got to go across the street to the zone. So here comes the smoke, and we are going to hightail it here in just 1 second. Here we go. We want to go before the smoke attracts their attention, but we don't want to wait so long that, you know, they're looking this way. So there's the shots. It appears that they're fighting each other and not me, but we get to the building, and we're going to zoom in now with the Car 98 to see if we can pop somebody that is exposed, but unfortunately, nobody's exposed. And now it's just a matter of trying to locate people. Somebody goes down. We're down to 6 players left. So possibly 3 teams. Maybe 2 teams and some solos. We'll see. So I head in, and I want to get in the zone here. I'm in the zone, but I don't like this area. This is like a really bad, like I'm pinched here, right? I don't have anywhere to like see people from. I hear footsteps in front of me. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to kind of jump in here. I'm going for it. These guys are fighting and distracting, and I want to get to this building that has a lot more versatility as far as upstairs, downstairs, windows, doors, escape routes. Looks much better for me. So I go to the roof here, and I want to kind of get shots on these guys that are fighting over here. I feel like they're outside. So right over there is where I heard those shots come from, and I'm going to be waiting and looking for those guys. There he is, and just a little bit too late, we get those shots on him. But now I've given away my position. I'm well aware of that, but I'm standing center of the circle, and I don't feel like there's anybody to my right, although there could be in those 2-story buildings. I believe that everyone is in front of me right now. Shots fired over there. We're down to 6 alive, 5 remaining, which is 2 duos and a solo, if my calculations are correct. So I see a guy running in from the horizon over straight ahead, about 165 that way, and I don't have a shot on him. He gets down below the building too quickly, so I know he's there, but this is going to be really interesting to see how this develops. So I'm still hoping that, like, this guy that went into the yellow building over there shows himself, but I hear footsteps in the buildings near me, and I know that I'm going to have to deal with that before this dude that ran into the yellow. So I'm actually going to hop off and push this. I hear footsteps to my right. I wait for them. And I was unsure if they were going to pop out of that little alleyway between the 2 buildings. But of course, now I see them in the building. One guy is there. There's the same guy going back. I've got a guy above me now. So I know where 3 of, or possibly 4 of the final guys are. So there he is. And I'm just waiting for him to come in there. So I headshot him and get a white hit marker, and unfortunately it's not enough to finish him. Of course, I don't have grenades. I don't have grenades. If only I had a grenade here, I was good to go. But at this point, I kind of pre-fire the window knowing that, you know, if he peeks, he's going to get lit up. And so here we go. This is the moment of truth. We are going to reload, make sure we're boosted up. I hear him coming around this way. And at this point, I just decide, you know what? I got to go. Hey, there's a guy in here. And un pinche Marine, what's up, man? I see you. I told you we'd meet later. He's got that ghillie suit. We take him out for the 12th kill. We're down to 4 remaining players besides myself. The problem with this is he was knocked. Where is his duo partner? I hear 2 people behind me, so I know 2 people are there. They're apart, and I'm getting shot in the back at this point. That is bad. So I am lit up. My vest is gone. And I'm like, uh-oh. So there's a duo behind me. There's a guy across the way. That's 3 people of the final 4 accounted for. And there's this guy that I just killed. Where is his duo partner? I don't know what's going on here, but I'm confused. So we're going to go ahead and get boosted up. Getting prepped for this final circle. The problem is I'm not in the circle in this building, and I'm going to have to leave the safety of these confines and go try to find a way in. So before I do, I know that I'm going to have to try to kill these guys that are behind me. I'm sandwiched right now. I've got to get unsandwiched. We've got to get out of the sandwich, and the only way to do that is by blowing up the bread. You know what I'm saying? So kind of shoulder peeking around. I assume that he's in the 2-story across the way. But again, zone coming in. I'm looking away from the zone here. I do not want these guys behind me. There's 2 of them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going for the kill. Let's do this. They're also getting a little bit antsy here. So I push the building. And now I'm behind them coming into the zone. So the zone's coming. And we're going to ride the edge in. Here we go. So we come around. I figured that's where they would be. I didn't see them. Oh, there they are. So I get one, and then I shoot the other in the back, and we're good to go. The zone comes in, and here we go. The problem is, guys, I've got 14 kills now. There's 3 left. One of them is myself. So there's 2 people unaccounted for. I know one is probably in that 2-story or 3-story building to my left. How in the heck am I going to get to this side of the wall? I have no idea. What I do know is that I'm going to loot this guy and see if I can find grenades. I want smokes to try to cover myself while I do this. I want a grenade. I figured that it looked to me like the way the zone looked right there. It looks like this building in front of me is in the circle just barely. So I figured there might be a guy there, but I didn't know for sure. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to basically smoke out my eventual jump over this wall. And my goal is to run around the wall and get into the circle here. So here's the edge of the circle. I can't go in the building. I'm trying to make sure there's nobody in the building. And I wanted to bank this grenade, and I just flat out wasted it. I failed. I wish I would have had this grenade later. But check this out. When I go over the wall here... Uh-oh. Let's run along the wall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I could go around into the zone, but I didn't know what the fence structure was on the other side or if I was going to be able to get back in. So I was like, you know what? Let's get creative here. Let's jump on this wall, parkour style, and we are going to try to jump over this particular wall here. Now, I fall, of course, naturally. This zone is tiny, and now that the smokes are worn off, I mean, they know where I'm at, obviously. I've already been shot. I have no vest, and I'm just waiting for this guy to peek, right? Like, where is this guy? So I unzoom, I run, I jump, and I'm able to vault over, and now I'm like, oh crap, I am totally exposed. There he is. I hit him. 3 hit markers. I zoom out, and no. So 3 hit markers, and I'm assuming right now that this is a duo at this point. I'm all the way over here. Not a single footstep has been made. No sounds. So I'm thinking both of those guys are up in that apartment, or they're down there. I jump through the window. Yeah. Dude, congratulations on that spot, my friend. I thought that that was a duo, and it was not. It was 2 solos, so unfortunately, that's the way it ends this time. My goodness, guys. Oh, man. What a good game, though. It was super fun to play. That last circle, I just kind of got trapped, and, man, if only I could have ended that guy up in the balcony, I would have known, oh, it's 2 solos, and I would have, like, looked around a little bit more closely. But they got the better of me this time. Powerbang falls to 3rd place in the solo versus duos. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and leave your Twitter name in the description below to take part in the 600K giveaway contest. I'll be back with information on that tomorrow. I will see you guys later. This is Powerbang. Signing out until next time, guys. Peace.